We're almost there. We are live.
All right.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Technology Tuesday. I'm your host, Greg Russell, here with my friend, partner in crime, Mr. Jerry Franklin Poe. And today we got an exciting show for you today. We are going to be talking about Amazon Prime Day, which is today and tomorrow, July 16th and 17th. So if you are with us live, do us a favor, comment hashtag live. And if you're checking the replay, comment hashtag replay. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Thank you for that in advance. And I can't wait to share with you some of the things that we find, some of the resources that we have, and some of the secrets that you're going to discover on today's show. So, this show is all about tools, tips, and resources for entrepreneurs to help them grow their business and take it to six figures and beyond. So, if you're ready, we are going to dive in right now.
All right, folks. We are here every week, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you those practical applications, the practical knowledge, for practical solutions for your business. And Greg, I know we got special shows. I won't say it's a deviation from our normal format, but since it is Prime Day, we thought we'd honor that and honor those who are going to be going over to Amazon anyway, and just point out a couple things that we use, because we get questions all the time in the Technology Tuesday group. So if you're not a member of that group, by the way, definitely go to technologytuesday.com and join in. We get questions all the time about what stuff do you guys use? Like, what equipment? I just got a text message this morning, someone asking me like, hey, what do you do when you go out and present? What type of equipment do you use when you present? How do you hook up your computer? What type of connections? What type of cables? What type of stuff? We're always getting those type of questions all the time.
Yes, sir. Yes. And I think Prime Day is a special day. I know in the past, we typically start to share some of the equipment we have. So we're going to do that. Um, I'm going to adjust this camera right quick because I'm noticing a little something, need a little more headroom. There we go. All right, cool. So yeah, we are going to share the resources that we use, and hopefully some of those resources will be on sale today and tomorrow, and you can pick up the equipment that you need, or at least make a list of the equipment that you need for your business. So before I dive deep in, Jerry, is there any special equipment that you want to share that you use that you think our audience would love to know about?
I mean, for my home studio, I have 3 monitors. I also have the Stream Deck with the I don't know, was it the XL one with the 30, I think it's like 32 buttons,
Ooh,
something like
you
that.
got the
I
nice
know
one.
I got the big dog. I got the big dog. Um, yeah, I use about 3 to 4 different lights in here as well. So if you don't have lights, you definitely want to get maybe a ring light to start out, and you also want to have some type of external microphone. I would say if you're using your computer mic, that's okay to start with, but if you can get an external microphone, that's even better. And
Yep.
I know a lot of people may be familiar with this brand, but Newer is some of the, I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's with 2 E's. It's like Neewer. Newer is one of the brands that I have used for mics and lights over the years.
Okay, I'm gonna jump over there to their
And they're,
website.
and they're
So
on
this is
Amazon.
newer. Okay, I just went straight to their website. They got some
Yep.
deals on stuff too, and here are some ring lights. Nice. Oh, the teleprompter. They got some some pretty cool stuff. If you're getting to
Yeah.
serious into broadcast productions, we don't use teleprompters over here. But this phone rig looks nice too. Anyway, cool. So newer is a newer with two e's.com. Check that out for some really cool high-end video production stuff.
And again,
Cool.
you don't always have to go to the top tier stuff. You can start out with something basic to get you started. Like I didn't acquire all the lights in one day. It was a gradual process to build up to get to
Nice.
this. And
I
I
mean,
think, Greg, if we go for those who have been watching for a while, you probably remember in our first season, we might have showed the exact tools that we were using. So for those who didn't, you can always find those earlier episodes in the group technologytuesday.com.
yeah. Well, we can share today. Listen, when it comes to lights, me and Jerry have a total different setup. So, I basically have a $15 lamp from Walmart, and it has a a bulb at the top and has a little arm and one at the side. You've seen these all the time. But how I do it with the lights is I have a wall right here where you guys see my hand, right? So this wall, I'm close to the wall, and right behind the monitors are the light, and it bounces the light off that wall. And if you notice, this side of my face is lighter than this side because that's where the light is bouncing off. The other thing we have is the bulbs. So I have one of them, which is a bright daylight, and the other one is the soft light. And what I learned for me and my complexion, that the combination gives me the best light for myself. The daylight, which is the brighter white light, is just too white. It's weird. And the soft light is too yellow. So when I have both lights, they work well. And I just bounce it off this wall. The other thing that I noticed too is, and I'll share with you these monitors in a second, but I have two 27-inch monitors right in front of me. And the light off of them lights me up as well. So the combination of the lamp and the two monitors is how I get lit up for the show. And it's definitely different if I turn this off and open a window. It really will be a night and day difference. So this um, production with the lamp, the wall, and the monitors gives me a way to get the lighting. But I do, Jerry, I do like your color lights in the back that give you that professional YouTube look. And so I might be considering how I can do it too. The challenge here with my setup is that behind me is pretty close, so I don't have like distance to get that light. But there's always ways to make it work, and I got some ideas.
Yeah, well, the part of that people might miss with lighting is lighting creates the illusion of depth. So it's
Hmm.
not like this room is super big. It's not like a large room. But with the color lights, these are LED lights in the back that it can create the illusion that there's more depth in the room than there may be. Someone mentioned that to me the other day, like, "Oh, your lights create depth," and I was like, "Oh, really? I didn't. I wasn't even thinking about it at first. It was like, yo, it looked cool."
Yeah.
So, yeah. But as Greg mentioned, with some of the lights that we mentioned from newer, you can get that same effect with the yellow and the white light, the soft light and the daylight, because it has like knobs you can adjust. They call it, it's called warmth. Like you can turn how warm
Okay.
or soft you want the light to be. So I on both of my I have a box light over here for the key light, and I have a box light over here for a fill light, and I can adjust the temperature. They call it the temperature of the lights with little knobs. And some of them are digital now, so you can just actually type in the number that you want for the warmth, the level that you want.
Nice, nice. So here's how I'm planning to do it, Jerry. Since we already talked about the lights, I'm going to start from the furthest away and come in. Um, and that's how I do it. So if I'm looking at the setup here, one of the things I have is these two monitors. And because I have two monitors, I have a monitor mount that allows me to move those two monitors around. So I'm going to go find that in my list of things that I have purchased in the past. See what we can do because it's been quite a while since I've done that. Since I had those things. Let me just look up and then I'll share. Okay, here we go. Boom. So this is the kind of setup I have, where there are two adjustable, very similar to this. Very similar to this, where they can adjust the monitors, you can turn the monitors, and then I just have it mounted to my desk. So this one here is I'm not even sure how to pronounce this. I'm going to give it a show, but it's Who Anu, or Who Anu No. And it's 29% off on the Prime Day. So it's normally 69 and it's on sale for 49. So you can check this out. It has about 26,000 ratings, 4.5 stars, which is pretty good. But you want to make sure that it can hold up to the weight and the size for your computer screen. So that's really important. Make sure you do that. So I have that computer mount on my desk for the two monitors. And then the most important thing, I think, is the type of monitors I have. And these are BenQ 27-inch monitors. Now, the size is one thing, but BenQ has monitors specifically to protect your eyes. And that is what I got. And I'm looking for it here. This is kind of, yeah. This is kind of what I have here with the BenQ monitors. You notice they put them together. Eye Care Tech. So I'm gonna click on this. This is not the exact one, but this is one like I have. And what you want to look for is the Eye Care Tech, especially if you're going to be working a lot in front of your computer. As we get older, this light that these computer gives is not really good for us, for our eyes. So you want to make sure you get ones that protect your eyes. So in addition to the size you want and the name you want, make sure you look for ones that can protect your eyes, because it doesn't matter how cool and nice the monitor is if it's doing you damage to your eyes over a long period of time. So the secret, Jerry, is finding ones that have eye care protection.
Yep.
Boom. So those are the monitors. The brand is BenQ. And I didn't know about this brand until I started looking into these monitors. Cool. So that's, again, on Prime Day. I'm going to show you how to share some deals before I talk about the next piece of tech we have. And check this out, Jerry. If you come up here to the top, they have Prime deals and you can click it. Now, the cool thing is that right under this big blue banner, they have different ones that you can look for. So if you are searching for Amazon devices or stuff for school or things under 25 bucks, you can click on those and find the ones. I thought that this one was pretty interesting. This is lightning deals. So when you click on it, um, you can notice the things they have for a lightning deal. What I did notice is if you click on one and open it, at least on mine, when I come back to the lightning deals, it won't be there. It will be like, oh, you didn't buy it, so we're going to show you something else. So they just have these lightning deals. And what I started to look for, Jerry, was things that had like over 40% off. Like here's 55, here's 72. And I have seen some things that are over or approximately 80% off, which was crazy. So anyway, lightning deals is one thing, but how you find the things you want is another. If you can look at some of these, and again, these are some special deals, and a typical price discount that I've seen for a lot of um, Prime Day deals is like around 30% or approximately around 30%. So if you can find some more than that, great. Here goes 75% off some diamond earrings. Some really cool things there. So that's how you can find some pretty cool deals. Have you found anything really interesting on the Prime Day?
I have not. I um I've been hesitant to go over because I know my addiction. So it's like, I'm just like,
At
nah,
least,
I don't really need anything. I don't need anything. So I'm holding out
hey,
like, yo, I don't want to go over there and be like, oh, and then next thing you
listen,
know, it's 5 hours later in a
I
shopping coma.
appreciate your honesty. And yeah, man, as entrepreneurs, we have to be disciplined when it's not time to get stuff. Um, I love sharing these things with you, but I'm not picking up anything either this time around. I did make a list of some things that I thought was pretty cool and some of the things that I'm going to get at some point. I may pick up one or two things, but I'm not really going to pick up anything major this time around. We typically have a lot of the tech we need. So, with that, I am going to share with you guys some of the things that we have. We'll continue sharing. And I made a list inside of my Prime where you can make a list. And if you give me 1 second to get that up, I will share it with you. Your list. Okay, so where is my... All right, here we go. Boom. I made a list of stuff for Prime Deals 2024. Now, they have this bundle, and this is what I have exactly. This is an Elgato Stream Deck and the Face Cam bundle. The Face Cam bundle is the exact camera I'm looking into right now. And the Stream Deck is the box that I use to switch scenes and things like that. The Stream Deck is really, really powerful for being able to speed up your production by you being able to do things that you would normally use a mouse for, that you could just click a button and that thing happens. Since it is a physical device right here, I can pull this up and be like, this is the Stream Deck right here that we use for the show. Now, mine is the 15 button one. And Jerry just let us know he has the bigger one, the 32. The 32. Can oh, you about to show it? If you can get it
Yeah, I
there,
gotta, I gotta.
you gotta
It's a little hefty.
unplug it.
I gotta get my.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm jealous, man. Like you got the the big one. It's all good. All right,
Yeah.
so that's on Prime Deal, and you can check that out if that's something you need to pick up for your studio. The other thing that I have, and right now it's 48% off. So this is one of those deals. This is just I got it for a gift, but I like it. It is a Bluetooth wireless headset. Um, this is it right here. And I'm actually started using it with the show. So instead of having the sound coming out of the computer, I actually have, you can see, listening to it right here. So I can hear Jerry, and usually I'm at this angle, so you typically won't see it too much. Um, but it works really well. So it's just a wireless. There is one thing I don't like about it. When I connect it to Bluetooth to the computer, I have to disconnect it before I can connect it to my phone. So it won't just connect to both or whichever one's in range. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But for 25 bucks, it's a great, especially on this sale. What I really like is the 8 hour playtime. So the battery is really, really good. Oh man, I thought I was sharing this whole time. You didn't. You should.
Oh, no, I didn't even
I'm
see
so
it.
sorry. My bad. Oh man, thank you so much. All right, so yeah, here is the Bluetooth headset that I got. So that's one of the things that we actually have in this studio. Terrence, thanks for joining in. Really appreciate that. Something else I'm considering, and I told you we're not going to get anything this time, but one of the things I'm thinking about is a way to extend my laptop screen when I'm traveling. So I'm used to having lots of real estate with my computer and my desktop. So when I travel, I don't have that much. But if I could get a little bit more, it would give me a little more freedom. So this is something you can add on two screens to your laptop. So I'm looking at this. Um, I'm looking at either this one or something like this one. And this particular one's on sale for 30%. What I'm noticing with these Prime deals is that they change from hour to hour. So this was a little bit more earlier, more of a discount earlier. So if you see something and you're really in the market, don't hesitate, because if you come back, it will come back. Um, Something else I got, Jerry. No, something else I'm considering is something to really manage all the cables I got, because I have cables and cables and cables, wires and cables. And so this set for um, $12, it's 36% off, is a way to manage all your different wires and cables. So they got all these different devices you can put on your desk to hold certain cables that you're not going to be using but will be using shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Ways to manage the cables, how they flow across the desk so they don't get overwhelming. And this is a 192 piece cable set to really just get all my cables and wires in check. So again, this is a pretty cool Prime deal. If you have that issue, that's the issue I have. And for less than $20, I'm going to go ahead and take care of it. The other
Yeah,
thing that
that
I'm
that
considering, go ahead.
now that screen, the screen extender for when you travel is something I've been thinking about for a while too,
As
but
well.
I just haven't jumped on it. It's like I thought I was going to need it to do like a virtual event on the road, but then the dates got changed. But yeah, that's something I'll definitely be. It's something I was definitely thinking about because you're so used to having multiple screens at home,
Yeah,
it kind of messes you
yeah,
up when you travel.
yeah. You're really struggling to when you get used to that real estate. One more thing that I'm considering is some more power. Is this device up here that has power and USB C and USB connections that you can bolt on to right below or over the desktop, depending on where you position it. And I don't. It's not really a mate. Oh no, it's 35% off. Yeah, so grab this one. This is something else I'm looking at just to get some more power. But I like the fact that it's connected to the desktop, so you can see my focus right now is organizing my cables and wires, and that's kind of what I got. All right, cool. So as I move forward, the other things that we got to deal with is the sound. So I'm going to share with you the mic that I have and how I get the sound into the computer. And then, Jerry, you let me know what mic you have, and we'll go from there. I have an Audio Technica AT, which stands for Audio Technica 2020. So this is the microphone that I have right here. It is $100, and yeah, that's what I use in my studio. It is a condenser mic, um, which meaning it's not like a podcast microphone where you got to have it right up to your face. So it will pick up really good, and I really like it. It's the second Audio Technica I've had, and that's the mic I use here in the studio. Jerry, what mic do you use?
One that I started off with was the Blue Yeti. I think that's what
Okay.
it's called. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it's called. That's a good starter one. What I have now is a little bit more sophisticated because it requires a mixer as well to
Uh
get the
huh.
sound settings set up right, and um, that might be a little bit too much, too high tech for people because you got to buy the microphone, the mixer, the power
Yep.
supply, and all that type of jazz.
So if you just want to plug in via
Yep,
USB,
that's a USB one right there. USB.
yeah. Did Logitech buy Blue Yeti?
I'm not sure. They might have. It says
It
Logitech
says
right there, right?
Logitech. Yeah, and Blue Yeti was its own company. Anywho, the reason why this microphone is kind of so thick is because all of the device stuff that Jerry was just talking about is inside the microphone. This way, you can just plug
Yeah,
straight into your computer USB.
it's a much more
Um,
simpler operation.
Simpler setup. Yep. What I personally didn't like about the Blue Yeti is that it would pick up sound all over. It would just pick up everything.
I
Um,
think you can adjust the setting. There's like a
y-
omnidirectional versus like having it not be
yeah,
omnidirectional.
yeah. So That's what Jerry started out with. And then, so with mine is more like yours, where I have to get the signal into something else. And so I use a Focusrite Scarlet. Let me see if that's the one. Yep. Nope. Not it. Almost there. Oh, that's not it either. Give me 1 second. I think it's the third generation. Here it is. Boom. So my microphone, the Audio Technica, goes into this Focusrite, and then this Focusrite plugs into the computer via USB. So this is how I get it in, and I can control the volume. And this only takes one microphone. You can get the solo. I'm sorry, the Scarlet that will take more than one microphone, but the one I got only takes one microphone. So this is what we use: Focusrite Solo third generation. I don't know if they have a fourth generation. Do you know if they have something newer? It looks like it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So the fourth generation is USB, but I don't even see a XLR import. Yeah, it just has an insert. So it doesn't have the XLR if you have an XLR microphone. So anyway, that's what I use, the Scarlett, and that's how I get the sound in. The other thing that I have um, that really helped that I've been using for over a year is Jerry. What's it called? What's the thing that stops all the sound from other
Crisp,
than my
CRISPR, or
voice?
Crisp.
Crisp. Thank
You know about
you.
the software, Crisp?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's crisp.io with a K. That is not it. I'm wrong. It's crisp.ai. So it's crisp with a K dot AI. And basically this plugs into this is an app that you put on your computer, and it takes over your microphone. So you tell your computer use this instead of your microphone or your speakers, and it will handle all of the sound. So the only thing that you hear is my voice. So if my daughter's singing or if somebody's talking to me, I can hear them, but you cannot, which is pretty cool. So Jerry, if I clap my hands, you guys don't hear it. You only hear my voice, which is pretty cool. So that's what to use if you want something like that. I think it's really powerful for a lot of entrepreneurs who are doing live streams and they have dogs and trucks going by outside and all that stuff. You can have this just pick up your voice, and I believe it's very inexpensive for about less than $10 a month. You can grab it. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's if you grab it yearly, it's less than 10. If you grab it monthly, it's 16. And the price has gone up since the first time I talked about it because I believe it was around $12 when it first. Anywho, if you get it early, you get the lower price. But if you're just finding out about it, you will need to get it now because the price will go up. Cool. So that's a couple things we got. So we covered the lights, the monitors, the camera, the stream deck, microphone, and so I think we're good, Jerry. The only other thing that I got, just so you guys know, and I will share this. This will be really good for you guys. And Mr. Singh, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Um, we have, I have two computers. I have a MacBook Pro and I have a Mac Mini. So I do have two computers, and thus you see my need for handling all the wires. The other thing, Jerry, is one of the really cool apps I have is called. Hmm, hold on, let me find it here. It's called Share Mouse. Now, most people may have two computers, but this is probably um, one of the best things I've found in a long time. I have talked about it before, but I know we get people don't remember all the stuff. But this one is really powerful. This one is called Share Mouse, and it allows you to have one mouse and one keyboard and use it for two computers. So I can go from my MacBook Pro to my MacBook Mini, and I can just move the mouse over to the next screen, and it will move it over as if it was one computer. The other thing is I can drag files from one computer to another, which is really dope. So if you're looking for a solution because you have two computers and you have to keep going back and switching the keyboards and stuff, this is something that I use called Share Mouse, and it allows you to do that. It's really one of the tools that I really, really like that I don't really talk about much. So Share Mouse is a really powerful tool. Yes, sir. All right. The only other thing that I have that I didn't talk about, two things, and I'll cover them very quickly. One is the mouse. So the mouse that I have, what's this thing called? It's Logitech. Let me just show. Let me find it because I don't remember the name, but it's one of their popular ones. It's this one, the MX Master 3S. So this is the mouse that I use. The reason why I like this mouse, because if you didn't have Share Mouse, it can connect wirelessly up to 3 different computers. So on the bottom of it, you can just, it has 1, 2, and 3, and you can hit the button for it to go to the next one. So if you don't have something like Share Mouse and you have multiple computers, you can use this mouse to connect up to 3 of them. So when I'm not using my Share Mouse, I can just click the button on this Logitech mouse, and now this will work with the other computer. So that's the last piece, other than the keyboard, which I don't think I really need to cover. And the only other thing we use for this show is the actual software to do the streaming, which is Ecamm Live. It's a Mac only platform, but it is one of the best for live streaming to be able to do a advanced production or a very simple production, and it even ties in with popular software like Zoom, so that you can do the kind of live streaming you want. If you are serious about doing live streaming and you want to up your production value and you have a Mac, I highly recommend Ecamm Live. If you don't have a Mac, I would consider taking a look at something called OBS, which is Open Broadcast Studio, which is a free version of broadcasting software. It's kind of what I started with, but then I went through a couple and ended up on Ecamm, and highly recommend Ecamm. So that is our top picks, recommendations, and tools that we recommend for what we use, as well as things we found on Prime Day that we believe you should take a look at. So,
Yeah, and
what
like
was
you,
your
I have a
favorite?
mouse.
Go ahead.
Now, I have a Logitech mouse too that does 3 computers as well. The
Yes,
M720 is what I used.
M720 Logitech mouse. Yeah, I think with a lot of people having laptops um, and multiple computers, a mouse that will work with more than one is good.
Yep.
Um,
Awesome, man. I
anything
think
anything else you
we
really like
covered a
today?
lot. We covered a lot, man. I know we covered a lot. It was a lot of stuff. All of it was good to me. Like, of course, we've been in and out these uh, tech tools for so long because it was is it going on 4 years now of where we started with software
Yes,
and
sir.
mics, lighting to get to where we are now. It's like it was a long, I won't say a long journey, but it was a lot of testing things out.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, we can do even more. We can really push the envelope, which I'm looking at doing with some um, re not restructuring, but adding some more sections to the show that can push what we can do with the tech with Ecamm. So I'm excited to play with some of the new things. There's some things we can do. Something I've been wanting to do for a while is bring in a live guest, which we can do now. but we just have to structure the show to do that. So looking forward to getting to that point where we can bring you on. So listen, if you're interested in being a guest, let us know. Reach out. Let us know in the comments, and you might be one of the first part of our live studio audience. So that's all I got for
Yep,
today,
no
man.
doubt. Awesome, man. So, folks, I hopefully you enjoyed the show as well. Tell us, what was your favorite item that you just saw that you're going to use in your studio for what you're doing? And this does not necessarily have to be for live streaming. A lot of people use these same tools to create video that they're going to use for pre-recorded stuff that they put on social media or on YouTube. It doesn't necessarily have to be for live streaming. The technology has so many different ways you can actually use it. So if you're not following us, make sure you check out technologytuesday.com. If you're not following us there, you can always find Greg and myself on all the social media platforms. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Make sure you like, share, and tell us what your favorite part of the show was in the comments.
Thank you guys so much. Take care.